Welcome to this creative session. I'm Praveen Gaur, and in this video, we're going to create a piece of artwork for 5 minutes. And the purpose is to experience that slow, meditative state of creation rather than focusing on the final product. There are two ends when it comes to creating artwork. There's the end of a little bit of frustration, irritation because you have a deadline or because you want to complete something or because it's been ongoing for so long and you just want to finish it. That happens, and that's not the state we want to go into. The other side is when you are creating because you want to express something emotionally, because you're creating just to enjoy the process. And that is the state, that is the meditative state that we are aiming for. When you go into that state, you engage your parasympathetic nervous system. Your brain lights up with all the sensory input. Your neurotransmitters are just firing. You're filled with emotion. Your neuroplasticity is on the go. You're learning, you're problem solving, you're engaging with your hands and texture and color and everything. And that is the place of healing and well-being. So the arts isn't just painting and drawing. The arts can be writing, creating music, cooking, sewing, dancing and singing. It's such a wide space. There are numerous studies and quite a lot of evidence now suggesting that engaging in the arts, engaging in learning and problem solving is good for your brain, and it increases and promotes brain health. And if your brain is healthy, your body is healthy. And if you're healthy all around, you just live a happier and calmer lifestyle. I would love it if you could join me in this creative session and create a piece of artwork for 5 minutes. If you're unable to at the moment, or you just don't want to, absolutely fine. Use whatever materials you have available to you: paint, color pencils, pastels. Borrow some from a friend or a family member if you don't have anything. Let's choose our colors now for our creative session using the color wheel. So I've got the color wheel here. And what we're going to do, we're going to choose 3 colors which are analogous. Now this means that they sit next to each other on the wheel. Now in another video, we'll discuss more about the wheel and how to use it to create color palettes. So for this session, we're going to be using this orange here. Going this way around the wheel, we're going to go next with the lime green here. And then going further around, we're going to go with this teal here. Okay, so these are our 3 colors that we're going to use for this creative session. So let's get painting. So here we are. I've set up the space. I've got a square piece of paper here, and I've got my color cards that I've chosen from the color wheel. So we've got the light orange, which is made from red and yellow. We've got the teal, which is made from blue and green. And we've got the limey green, which is made from green and yellow. So those are the 3 colors that I've chosen. They are analogous. So just going back here, they are coming from the same side of the wheel. They don't have to sit exactly next to each other, but these colors are coming from the same side. So we've got that here. And so here I've mixed up the colors. And so now we're going to start for about 5 minutes. I'm just going to roughly time it using my watch. We don't need to be exact. This is all about enjoying the process. So for 5 minutes, we're just going to sit and paint, and we're just going to see what happens and see what comes up. So let's start. So I'm just going to go in with the orange. Let me put a bit more water in there. Just kind of see where we end up. My hair is everywhere. So the whole idea is just enjoying the process and kind of seeing, you know, if you want to press harder with the brush or whatever. And you're just seeing where your hand takes you. You know, do you want to kind of dab it or make some flicks? It's good to have a surface underneath that you don't mind, you know, getting dirty, because you will get it dirty. I feel like doing this a bit here with the brush. Don't be afraid to, you know, use the colour, really sort of load it on if you want to just, you know, use it. Kind of want to see if I go back over here like this, like that. So obviously here we're going for abstract, you want to call it that. Let's go in with the limey green now. I feel like doing something here like this, making a little area, dots here. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's good. Maybe one more here. Flow back here. If you're using paints, you know, you'll notice that you can mix the colours on the canvas itself. And so while you start with 3, you could end up with so many different tones and shades, because you can pick up 2 colours and then kind of, you know, you pick up the 3rd, and you just never know what comes up on the brush. Kind of feel like doing something a bit more dotty. As I move the brush around, more paint is coming out. Coming all the way down here, maybe a bit up there. I feel like I want to change brush now, so let's maybe put this kind of fanny brush. So let's see what we can do with that. That's nice. So again, this kind of abstract-y way of painting is not about the final piece. As much as you might want it to be about the final piece, as much as people might say, you know, it's a lovely piece, it's like, okay, yeah, great, thanks, but it's about process. It's about sitting here with yourself, with your brush, with your colours, and just enjoying the colours, just enjoying the motion of creating something effectively out of nothing. You're creating colour in this plain canvas, like this. Take some off there, put it in. Oh yeah, it's nice, kind of do that a bit. Maybe up here, sort of up. I think we're almost coming to the end of the 5 minutes. I haven't timed it exactly, but just looking at my clock. And actually, I think it's more or less complete now. I would say that I'm quite happy with what I've created. If you wanted to go on a bit longer, you can, nothing's stopping you. Quite like this checkered thing. Actually, let's do that here as well. Yeah, it's nice actually. Do a little bit more of the checkered, and then I'm quite happy with my piece. There we go. So that was around 5 minutes. Now just check the time properly. But here we have a completed piece. I have no idea what it is, what it represents, but I really enjoyed the process, and of course talking you through the process. So just to recap, we used the orange, the teal, and the limey green. So you can see how these 3 colours created a piece. You could use these 3 colours. You could maybe go really heavy on this colour and really light on this colour, like use a lot of this and a little amount of this. You could play with them. You can create another 2 pieces and play with the balance of colours in the pieces. Or maybe you want to do one in one brush and one in another brush. There's so many different ways that you can have fun and you can play. And that's the whole purpose of this. Is not about the final piece. It's just about having fun, how you can play, and how you can express yourself. That session ended up being 6 minutes, not 5. Who's counting? It was really nice, really calming to just use those colors and also just to be in that space, that creative zone. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you were able to join in with me, or at least do this exercise at another time, so you can really experience that creative, meditative, calming state. We'll have future videos on color, going into color a bit more deeply and exploring it a bit more. Like, subscribe, and support the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.